Hello everyone, I am the Lonely Hunter, and that clip that you got to see before was kinda rare, because I rarely snipe. Basically, on Ghosts I never snipe because I don't like any of the sniper rifles, but that game I was like, fuck it, let's just pick up a USR and let's just snipe on that map. But that map was freefall, unfortunately, the worst map in Call of Duty Ghosts by far, in my opinion. So I had a really bad luck out there, but hopefully I got some clips. Fortunately for me, the enemies were rushing me and I was able to snipe them with ease, and I can now understand why the trick shotters are getting so pumped. I can now understand why the people who go for feeds, the people who go for clips to add them in and make some spectacular videos feel so happy when they get that kind of kill feed, when they get a succession of really good kills with sniper rifles. Now I can understand. It is a really great thing to achieve something like that. It is something that brings enjoyment and a smile on everyone's face. So yeah, sniping can be really enjoyable when you can do it efficiently, when you don't pull off some lucky shots, because that thing that I did right there, that clip that I got, was pure luck. I will never do it, I believe, and it wasn't really a spectacular clip, but for a guy who is almost every time using submachine guns and assault rifles, yeah, I believe that it was kind of a good clip. It was decent. So there are some other news that I would like to talk about, and feel free to post your own opinions in the comment section. You saw the trailer, I believe. You saw the thing that Call of Duty released about Advanced Warfare that had to do with the campaign and had to do with the multiplayer reveal coming August 11th, I believe. And they gave us a glimpse of the multiplayer with 5 seconds, showing us some footage. They showed us the new abilities that we're gonna use with the exosuit, and this is something kinda different from what we've been used to in past Call of Duty titles, because now you have more freedom of movement, and that is really great. I have to admit that this is really enjoyable, especially if you're coming from a Crysis background, because I played Crysis 2 and 3 a lot. I enjoyed those games a lot, and I became good at them. I have to say I'm on a decent level on both games. So if something like that happens to Call of Duty, if Call of Duty suddenly changes and becomes a Crysis hybrid, which I can clearly see from those 5 seconds. I mean, you saw the super jumps, you saw the super speed, you saw something like a super slide, and we might also see cloaking and the ground slam, of course, because these have been talked about. These were talked on Twitter. People said those things on Twitter, and I hope to see some footage of that. I hope to see some videos about the ground slam. If it looks like Crysis, if it plays like Crysis, let me correct myself there. If it plays like Crysis, then yeah, I will be more than happy to play that game and expect some crazy thing, expect some crazy gameplays, because I like the fluidity of Crysis. I like how Crysis played, and I hope the maps are as colorful as the Crysis maps. Well, the 5 seconds saw a tide of water, they showed a tsunami coming on the map, so I believe that this has to do with the dynamic environments. Well, I'm not really crazy about that. I don't really like dynamic environments, but hey, if they don't want to put the old maps, if they don't want to put maps that don't have dynamic environments and are straight up run and gunning, you know, no cheap kills coming from outside of the map, well, it's okay. If they want to stick with that plan, if they want to stick with the non-dynamic maps, then I'm all for it. So what are your thoughts about that? What are your thoughts about the exosuit abilities? And one last thing, what about the score streak system? Because from what I saw from the HUD, the kills weren't really helping the player to build up the streak. The points that came from the kills helped the player to build up to his next score streak. It's like Black Ops 2 right there. So I hope that this one returns. I hope that the Swarm comes back in Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. And one last thing, that HUD was outdated as fuck. I want this to be fixed, I want this to be changed, I want it to be more modern, I want it to be more dynamic, because hey, it's 2014 and it's gonna be 2015 in a bit, so we have to see some changes, we have to see some modern stuff since the game is coming on the next gen. So what are your thoughts about the Call of Duty trailer concerning the campaign? Did you like the campaign? And what are your thoughts about this tidbit of multiplayer that we got to see right in the end of that video? I hope you enjoyed this gameplay, guys. See you next time. I am out. Peace!